What's up, guys? Welcome to the world's greatest sports betting show. I'm your host, John Heislov, joined, as always, by my friend in the green sweatshirt, the great Matt Modi. What's up, dude?
What's up, Slop? I'm excited. NBA season starting tonight. What's not to be excited about?
Yeah, it's kind of like Christmas, bro. Like,
It
really,
really
like
is.
it's like Christmas, except like it's better because Christmas only lasts one day, and
Yeah,
the NBA season lasts a lot longer than that.
a lot longer than one day.
Would be cooler if Christmas did last as long as the NBA season, though. I'll be honest, that would be pretty sweet. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
it would be pretty long.
Yeah, it'd be expensive for you as a parent, I would imagine, but it would be
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, we'd have to work on some shit. I don't know what to do. I don't even know like where I'd start strategy wise. But where we'll start this show, since we do have only two games, we'll probably go as deep as we can go in both games, just because we haven't really talked about basketball in a long time. So I know I get excited about it. I know you do too. But before we get to any of that, let's talk yesterday. Do you remember what happened?
It's a good day. I only recognized one of the games last night, so in my head, we swept the board.
Yeah. Yeah, we should have. Dobbins sucked in that other game. McBride really should have had 6. I mean, I'll be
Yeah,
honest with you, Kyler's kind of wild, man. It's kind of tough to go super high on any of his receivers just because he's just very inaccurate.
yeah. And McBride had 4 in the first half,
Oh.
and then I didn't stay up for the second half. I just assumed that I went to bed thinking that was a winner. He just needed to get 2 in the second half. He only got 1.
Yeah. Well, luckily for us, we demolished that other game.
Oh yeah.
My guy, Cade Otton, fourth quarter Cade. That's what they've been calling him for his whole life. He came through in the fourth quarter. He actually got to 6 or 7. I don't even remember. He got more than 6. I had him. So I did a parlay late in the day. I was like, you know what, dude? It's 2 NFL games. We should have like something that can make us all thousandaires. And I
Yeah.
almost made it up there to 1,000. I think it was like $900 was the payout. It had, I think, 5 legs. The first 4 hit. Derrick Henry, Cade, Justice Hill, and then McBride at 5+.
Oh, there
And
you
then
go.
it came down to Dobbins, and he did not get home. And he was only like 40 yards short. So he was only a 40-yard jaunt away from making us all thousandaires. So that was cool. But no, it's nice to be in the winners column early in the week like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do the 2+ money line strategy. You know what I'm saying, for like a game a lot of times, and I'm hoping to hit 1. Obviously, you want to hit 2, but I'm saying if you hit 1, you can be excited because you just
Yeah.
made money. Like
Yeah.
that's all you're trying to do.
That's just stack days in which you're making money.
Yep. So sorry, I got up early today, but no, Justice Hill looked very good. That was a very good play on your part. Mayfield, I mean, that was good early, and then not great, and then good again once they started actually just selling out and throwing the ball every time.
Yeah.
Although losing Godwin, the way they lost him, like,
Yeah,
whoa.
the last 10 seconds of the game, that's brutal.
Yeah.
And they lost Mike Evans earlier.
Like you can't win. So why is
Yeah,
Godwin not even on the field? Like, that was gross, dude. His ankle was
just
like turned the
nasty.
other way.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, something's definitely wrong with that ankle, clearly.
Well, Tony Romo thinks it was just a cramp, so he might be fine.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, sometimes like my leg cramps and my, ankle turns the opposite way.
No, but do you remember? Did we just lose something? Sorry. Do you remember that though? When Dak Prescott, like his ankle was like basically did like a 360. Tony Romo was like, "Oh, he's cramping, Jim."
Yeah, no, I do remember. I was watching that game. It was against the Giants. I think I had some sort of over in that game, and I was just like, oh, like that's done. Like, you know what I'm saying? This game is over now because like that his leg might need to be amputated.
Yeah.
Yes, that was bad. But yeah, let's talk basketball.
I'd love to.
All right, so we were going to do listener questions, which we're still going to do, but I didn't want to put the tweet out. I was like, hey, give me some questions. So if you're listening and you have any questions about anything, I don't care what it is, you can ask us. We will help you with whatever it is. Preferably sports betting, but to be honest with you, it doesn't have to be about sports betting. Like some of the best questions ever asked We're not about sports betting.
That's correct.
So there is that. So that's huge. But the question I got for you is, you posted a victory lap, very good, at the end of last season.
I was just providing data. There's no victory lap.
People know what happened. I know.
Exactly. That's it. That's it.
I'm in the victory lap game. I call this a victory lap. I enjoy doing victory laps. I don't think there's anything wrong with doing victory laps. But yeah, this in your defense, it does just provide data with what you did last year. So last season, you profited 118.6 units with a 16.34% ROI. That's the number I care about, 16.34 ROI. That is the most important number in sports betting. Don't listen to anyone that tells you otherwise, because they are that's wrong. Like, the ROI, that's it. That's all you care about. That's
the most important thing.
Yes, if you have that, you're good. But yeah, all the other numbers come from that.
Yep.
So anyways, playoffs, whatever. We're not in the playoffs. I think
not so good in the playoffs.
10.5 units. Yeah, but up 10.5 units, 6.29% ROI, which is good. I'm not trying to gloss over like that. I'm more saying, like, yeah, you profited, but dude, we're kind of far away from the playoffs right now.
Yeah.
Like, we're not close. We're literally as far away as we can get.
It could not be farther away. Yeah.
Okay. What I was going to say, though, was you had a breakdown, which I wish I had for mine, but I think everyone needs to have this breakdown just because it tells you what to bet. I'll read the tweet. In terms of the markets, unsurprisingly, we played the most point props with a 14.39% ROI. All right, I'll stop myself. I have a theory that points is where you're going to make money.
Okay.
In sport, in basketball. Okay. I used to love the points plus rebounds plus assist. I used to love the points plus rebounds. I used to love the points plus assist, right? I don't know the numbers on this. I'm making this up, but like 90% of the time, if he didn't hit points, he didn't hit that. So why am I diving into this market? I'm adding variance to my bet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is like not what you want to do, especially since you get 2 points for every time you score a basket and only 1 assist for every time you get an assist. It just gets weird. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything other than that. It just makes me think about it weirdly. So anyways, second in terms of volume was made threes, which admittedly had a worse ROI than I was expecting. I thought we were way better on those. I think you were actually pretty good. Actually, my bad. You were 1.61%.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is profiting. Assist was third in terms of volume with an incredible 29.02% ROI. So knowing that, I would think you would definitely want to do assist this season quite a bit. On this chart, we'll go to the next tweet. Sorry. We had a negative ROI on 3 markets. Points plus rebounds plus assist. Rebounds.
What you're saying.
First quarter assist. It was only 1 bet. Yeah. So that was what I want to talk about you. Okay. Well, that, and then your next tweet was one market I'm pretty excited to dive into for the full season is the first quarter points. Even though we lost both our place in the finals, we still ended with a 32.39% ROI on those 43 bets overall. And I didn't start to play those until the very end of the season. I, too, found first quarter points very, very good in the playoffs, especially back against the wall teams.
Yep.
Down 2-0, something like that. Going back home with their alpha.
Yeah.
The alpha is scoring 8.5 points in that first quarter.
They're going out shooting. That's all you know.
Yeah. So I've always said, like, you can't predict whether the ball is going to go in the basket. So instead of trying to predict that, I want to try and predict who, like, a guy who's going to take just a million shots. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So that's pretty much where I'm at with that. But anyways, the floor is yours. Talk about points first and then assist.
Yeah, so I think, and this is not what you asked me, but I did just want to preface. The thing that I found the most surprising was the lack of success on made three-pointers, because I love diving into the made three-pointers market. So like I expected that to be way, way better than it was. The assists, I think, makes sense because like it's one of those things where like, it's over-unders price at 6.5. Or for let's call it minus 120 to minus 115, so like a little bit worse than like the typical minus 110 odds. Or you just take 8+ assists and you're getting like plus 175. There's like a dramatic difference just from going up to one more assist. And I don't know what teams are going to be this year that they were last year, but there are certain teams like the Jazz, the Wizards. Those are two that come top of mind that were like just gave up so many assists. Like if you look at like most assists allowed, the Wizards and the Jazz were the top two. The Wizards was because like, I mean, the defense was just a sieve. It was that meme where like someone's like the security guard's like checking people and he's like not even bothering to touch them.
Yeah, the whole guy's like,
yeah,
just kind of looking at him.
Yeah, that was the Wizards defense. And then the Jazz was because they were so aggressive sending help coverage. It was all because like 3-pointers. Like 3-point props was also play against the Jazz. So you find these Trae Youngs, these Lukas, or like Tyus Jones was a huge assist guy that do a lot of driving and kicking, or driving and like basically running a lot of pick and rolls. And they just rack up assists against those teams. And then points, it's like, I don't know, like how do you win basketball games? You score points. It's like you just find like that, you know what I mean? Like I don't really have a ton of detailed analysis for that. It's just like what like the Pacers just let teams eat at the rim. Okay, find out who's attacking the rim, and you're going to take them against the Pacers, like Giannis, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, all those guys. And there are teams like the Celtics who have a really good defense, but play this drop coverage on pick and rolls. So guys like Luka could just pull up, like guys who have limitless range just would pull up and feast against the Celtics. So like those are just like certain markets and teams that I dove into in those markets. And I hope that was helpful.
Yeah, no, it is. Because all right, so DFS, I came from that kind of like when it came to like player prop betting. And I don't know, in DFS it was you just, I don't know, the way you attack things is just a lot different. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
So
yeah,
picking the right contest was generally a must, like that. But you didn't even like look at the slate yet. You know what I'm trying to say? Like you have to pick the right contest first. I kind of equate that to picking the right market for NBA.
Yeah.
Like, so before you even start to look at anything, what markets are you attacking? Because you want to attack ones that you kind of understand and that you're good at. So points and assists. Assist was always my bread and butter. You kind of stole my line when you said if you go up one, you're right.
Just one.
It was always ridiculous. I remember Ayo Dosunmu.
Yep.
A couple years ago, whenever the Bulls, somebody got hurt. I can't remember who their point guard was, but somebody got hurt, and he was going to play point guard, and he did play point guard. But I remember him saying like that he likes to pass and he likes to, you know what I'm saying, like he was more into the assist. His assist, like the first game, I think was like 3.5 plus money. And I remember running them up to like 10 plus, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Because it was like, holy shit, like this is going to be good. So you have opportunities like that, but like these are like plus 900, plus 800 hits, you know what I mean? Like, so you hit one of those, like you're good for a while. But anyway, assist was always something that you could just check on. If you just kind of watch the games and you kind of understand where these assists are coming from, you can just eat. And if you stay away from the and I don't know, I love props.cash. I love those guys. They got right. But if you stay away from matchup stuff like that, like shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Because all assists are not created equal. You know what I mean? Just because a guy went for 5+ in his last 5 games and now he's playing this team or that, you know what I mean? Like it's like, like you're gonna want to go matchup. Because just like you said, if the teams are giving up, buckets at the rim, and then now they're playing a team that does not, but all those assists were coming from your guy lobbing, dudes at the rim, it ain't going to be an assist night for him. It's just,
Yeah.
it won't be. You know what I mean? It just doesn't, that's not how it works. But I don't know, man. Like, I'm super excited about it. And I was just happy to see what you had, because like separating it like that kind of leads me to believe. I mean, I know you had 73% points plus assists. That was 9
bets. Yeah.
9 bets total. Whereas like, your assist, you had 126. You had 294 points. It's not coincidental that points plus assists was actually pretty good for you too.
Yeah,
dominated those markets. Does that make sense?
Fair point.
And then triple doubles and double doubles were actually good. I'd probably like to see you get into rebounds more. And then first quarter points.
First quarter points, 100%. I mean, I didn't have any for tonight or anything yet for tomorrow. I kind of want to, like, there's certain players that are fast starters. I just want to know who those guys are first. You know what I mean? And the thing with the first quarter of points is like the books, and I hope they don't catch on. All they do is take the guy's full game total, divide it by 4, and that's his first quarter point. There's no further analysis than that. They don't do anything more than that. So if his over under is 28.5, they're going to price his points probably at 7.5 or 8.5, over 8.5 for plus money. And he's going to go off for 12 in the first quarter and then 16 the rest of the game. Like, it is just what happens.
Yep. Jonas. Remember him last year?
Oh yeah.
He would be 2.5 plus money.
Yep.
And you would just like, all right, well, dude, he's going to play almost the whole first quarter and then not play much for the rest of the game. So like, you know what I mean? Like, you could almost take his first quarter over and then parlay it with his under for the game.
Yeah.
Just because, like, I don't know. It was just funny. But, yeah, there's guys like that in situations like that. He got played in different situations. You know what I mean? Like, that's how they trotted him out there. So, knowing those coaches, knowing those players is very helpful. But, yeah, no, I thought that conversation was good. Before we even start the season, I think we should know, in DFS terms, what contest to pick. You know what I mean? Like where's our attack surface? And that doesn't mean we're not going to do other markets, but I'm just saying I think it's very important to say at the beginning of the season, look, here's data. We were good at this. Because I'll be honest with you, mine, I bet you looked very identical to yours in terms of what was good and what was bad. And every one of those markets, it's so funny. Like I said, when I was reading, I was like, wow, bro, like mine probably looks just like this in terms of what I was good at and what I wasn't so good at.
Yeah.
You know, And so why not? Why not focus on points? Why not focus on assists? Why not focus on double doubles, triple doubles, first quarter points? You could eat all year long. All you got to do, stay in your lane.
Yep. Yeah. And I think the reason why if I could do some self-scouting, why points, rebounds, assists was a negative market, probably because it's like, oh, I want to back this player, but I don't know how to back him. So I'm just going to take points, rebounds, assists. And if you don't know how to back him, then you probably shouldn't be taking that in the first place. You know what I mean?
100%. There's 3 ways to win. That's what most guys look at when they see that. And girls. I got 3 ways. No, you don't. You have 3 ways just to lose. That guy doesn't grab his 8.5 boards and he only gets 3. Guess what? He's going to make that up somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Anyways, that being said, I'll let you go first on the first game. And I bet you're taking a made 3-pointers.
So the first game, I have 2 plays that I'm taking each for a half unit. So risking 1 unit total. That is how that math works. It's Jalen Brunson, 30 plus points. It's Jalen Brunson, 3+ made 3-pointers. They're both plus money, plus 140 on the points, plus 124 on the 3-pointers. I'm already going against what I said last year and not playing as many made 3-pointers. So we'll see if I just make the same mistake again. But it's a matchup play, and it's a player on Jalen Brunson play. I already hinted towards it from last year. The Celtics, they play drop coverage when you run the pick and roll, and it's what they do every single time. And they play a high drop, meaning like the center, which is not going to be Porzingis. It's either going to be Hauser or Horford. Instead of hedging, instead of switching, they just drop as the big man on the pick and roll, which leaves a pocket for players to pull up. And if you look at the data, last year, the Celtics allowed the second most above the break 3-pointers. That generally comes from a pull-up attempt. They allowed the 6th most points to pick and roll ball handlers. So the guys that handle the ball on the pick and roll, they eat. They allowed the 3rd most pull-up field goal attempts and the most pull-up 3-point attempts in the NBA. All that stuff is from that drop coverage. It's not me saying their defense is bad. It's not me saying that they have a bad point guard defense. It's how they decide to play. I think that's another thing just to talk about strategy. People are like, well, the Celtics have a good defense. Why would I take props against them? Well, it's like if teams are scoring 100 points against them, like those 100 points have to come from somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, dude, that's the worst argument in the world.
It is.
I hate it, dude.
Yeah.
Now, last year or the year before last, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I was talking to somebody, and I was going to take Franz Wagner, whatever.
Yep. For
the Magic. I was going to take his assist over 3.5 because I thought he was going to be in more of a playmaker role. And the response was, yeah, the Magic suck, though. And you're like, yeah, I don't think you understand. Like, it's force. You don't think they're going to score 8 points? You don't like.
Yeah,
that's all you need. Like, dude, they're going to score like 100 points tonight. Like, they can suck. The other team can be pretty good on defense. They're still. Have you watched an NBA basketball game before? They're still going to score. Like, that's not up for debate. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But yeah, it was just fine. Hearing you say that just remind me of that conversation. I was just like, oh,
it's triggering. Yeah,
it's probably done talking with you about sports, like, because that's neither here nor there. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, like if we just want to look at last year, the team that had in the playoffs, the team that allowed the fewest points per game, allowed 95.9. That is incredibly low. That's still 95 points. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like there's points being scored, guys. Like,
anyways. Yeah, 100%. So there are certain situations where you can look at last year's data and trust it. The Celtics are one of them. Same coaching staff, basically the same roster. I also kind of feel that way with Jalen Brunson. Like, yeah, they made a big move to get Cat, big move to get Mikal Bridges. Neither of those guys are going to be pick and roll ball handlers. Like, they're all going to be catch and shoot, or Cat might do a little bit in the post, but they're not going to take away from Brunson being the main ball handler on the team. And last year, Brunson ran the fourth most pick and rolls in the NBA, averaged the most field goal attempts out of pick and rolls, and scored the third most points out of the pick and rolls. He attempted the third most pull-up field goal attempts, and he didn't pull up from 3 a ton, which is why I wanted to split 30 points and made 3-pointers. But he was still top 20 in pull-up 3-point attempts. Last year against the Celtics, he hit three or more 3-pointers in 4 or 5 games. He'd hit 30 points in only 2 of 5, but it was the last 2 when he really started cooking. So we're risking a unit on Brunson, 30 points, 3+ made 3-pointers.
I do like that. A lot of the things are kind of why I took my guy. The only problem with my guy is Brunson's going to play a ton of minutes, but there is a possibility that we don't go full Tibbs on the first night. Doesn't mean Brunson's not getting home. Like that, I think that's a gift, that the points, especially for him. I think he definitely goes off tonight. But I went with, do we call him Miles or Deuce? Like,
I like Deuce.
All right,
I like Deuce.
We'll go Deuce McBride. All right, I was gonna go Miles, but I just don't see a lot of Mileses in NBA. I mean, there is another one, so that is, I guess, yeah, there is 2 Mileses in the NBA. I feel like that's more than I thought there was gonna be. But Deuce McBride over 10.5 points, plus 118. Here's the thing. I think he actually plays like a real 6th man, and I think he's just going to be super aggressive shooting 3-pointers. I think he's going to take a ton of them. I think he takes a ton tonight. Boston was attacked by 3-pointers last season. Like, that's generally how you attack them.
Yep.
That's McBride's game. It just is. Like, apparently, I'm sorry. Like, watching, I know you can't really do too much with preseason, but I mean, watching him, and he took 11 threes against Charlotte, but he played 35 minutes, which he will not do tonight. Yeah. 7 threes in just 23 minutes against Minnesota, and 25 minutes, 4 for 9. I mean, again, a ton of threes. That's going to help us get there. He's not just a 3-point shooter, so there is that. I don't know. I think it's Miles McBride kind of year. I think he's going to be like Emmanuel Quickley kind of was last year for the Knicks, like early on off the bench, spark plug type. I think Mikal Bridges' shot is
broken,
absolutely horrific. So there's that. He went 0 for 10 his last.
Yeah, it seems bad.
That's terrible. I do like the fact that he kept shooting though. So shout out for that. But Josh Hart's not going to shoot the ball. He's literally said that. I think he scored 2 points in the entire preseason. It's like, and he just doesn't shoot. So he's not supposed to shoot. I would guess you're going to get points from, obviously you're going to get them from Cat. You're obviously going to get them from Brunson. They could play together a little bit, but they probably won't overlap too much. I mean, we'll see. We don't know the rotation, but we'll see. Last year in this role, I mean, this means nothing, but it kind of helps my argument. Somebody use it. Last year in the 6-man role against Boston in the season opener, Manuel Quickley went for 24 points. I kind of see McBride and Quickley. They're not exactly the same. I'm not saying they're the same player, but like
same role.
Yeah, it's the expectation is literally the same, what you're supposed to be doing. So I don't know. I just think McBride 12 plus points at plus 118. I think it's plus 120 right now at FanDuel. I like that. I think it's good. If you didn't want to do that and you wanted to go 3-pointers, because you could easily do that. 3 plus 3-pointers from McBride tonight, plus 200.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That doesn't feel that bad.
I like it. I mean, it's the same logic for why I took Brunson. It's just like, he's not going to play as many minutes. He's not going to take as many shots, but he doesn't need to score as many points. So I think they were kind of, and they both could come home like that. Like you said, that how you beat the Celtics is with your guards.
Yeah. No, it's going to take more than Jalen Brunson. I mean,
yeah.
And we're asking McBride to go over 10.5 points. Like that's, you know what I mean? Like that's not, no one's setting a record there.
Yeah.
Like guys score 11 points all the time and nobody even, like you wouldn't even know it. Like they wouldn't even make SportsCenter.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, obviously that's not where I went, but I love situations like that where it's like a 6-man. His only job is to shoot. Like he's not in there to play defense, to facilitate. It's you're just there to you get buckets and then you get out.
That's my other thing is I think we know that role very well from the Knicks. Like we know exactly what that dude is supposed to be doing. So if we know he is the 6th man, which I'm pretty sure he is. I mean, like he has to be, right? Like,
yeah.
Or is it him or Campaign? Like I read somewhere that Campaign, but I was like, dude, it has to be McBride. McBride's the 6th man.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be Campaign. And you had him over 10.5 for plus 118. That right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, I mean it's 11 points, dude. I mean, I don't know if you wanted to. I'd even say you could go 15 plus because there is a world where the Knicks get beat kind of bad in Boston. True. It's ring night. You know what I'm saying? Like it's. I don't know. They run him out of the gym. Maybe McBride doesn't play that much, but I don't know. Even in that situation, maybe that doesn't really help him if they get beat so bad that all the stars come off. Maybe he's part of that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm ready to go down with that ship. I think McBride is going to score, between 12 and 15 points tonight. So over 10.5 makes sense.
I like it. I didn't have anything else for this game. Did you have another one?
No, that was literally it. I'm going to do the old baseball thing to start the season. So one thing I was doing with baseball on, I don't know, not every night, but some nights, was taking something in the 7:00 game, whether it be a pitcher strikeout or a hitter hits plus runs plus RBIs, plus money, whatever it was.
Obviously.
If that hit, then I would withhold my later bet if I did have one, which I know is not the most plus EV. I know you're supposed to, if you got a bet, you take it. But there are some times where you want to go to bed or whenever you want to see some green, you want to, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you just take it slow. I'm not at the age where I have to make as much money as possible. But I can't really, you know what I mean? It's not like you're limited. So it's not like you can make that much anyways. But again, I just kind of wanted to get into it, stack some green, see what happens. You have a choice too. So you hit the first one. So let's say McBride goes out there, drops 15. If I want to get in, I'm in. If I'm not, I'm not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I was going to do. I'll take my best bet and sit on it and then look. But actually, to be honest with you, I'm pretty sure I'm playing mine for the Timberwolves. I'm pretty sure I'm playing it before this one is even settled. And it's Dante. I was going to take his points, but I'm going to go with his assist.
That is the same exact play I have, that I took him 4+ and I took him 5+.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how you don't take that.
I have to give a shout out. I saw someone post it, Ryan Props on Twitter, and I almost never get influenced by what people say, but I saw him tweet something about it. I looked into it myself, and I thought it was really good. So I do want to give a shout out there. I'm 100% aligned. I'm with you. He's a backup point guard. Four assists for him is Looney Tunes.
Yes, it won't be like that soon.
No, it's going to be 4.5 next week.
I mean, I would even say you could go 6+ at +550.
You could do that. Yeah. I went, and I'm curious if you want to pull up the screen just so we can see what the odds are. I'm curious how they changed from when I looked at it. But okay, so it's 3.5 plus 128. So yeah, so I got 3.5 plus 175.
Yeah, it's moved quite a bit.
And then I got 5+. I put a quarter unit on that at plus 475.
Okay, yeah, those are long gone now, which is exactly why you want to know this stuff early.
Yeah. So it looks like if you want to get 3.5, looks like the best off that FanDuel is the best offered price, unfortunately, at plus 128. And then if you want to get 4.5, the best offered price is plus 350 at bet 365.
Okay, I'm going over there now and on Jim just to see what's available for me. But yeah, no, I think that Conley's not going to play that much. That's a thing. Dante could legitimately close the game.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's going to, but
he could
in the realm of possibilities. But no, 3.5 assists plus 128. Looks like 550 for me at FanDuel would be 5.5. Oh, they don't even have him 8. So yeah, that kind of. I don't think he's going 8 anyway. So
I was gonna say, if you really want to just climb the full ladder and just you could do that, but
is that the only thing you like in this game?
That's the only thing that I took was the Dante DiVincenzo assist. The Timberwolves, I hate without Cat, it might look a little different. I hated their offense last year because it was so condensed and it was like Anthony Edwards do everything, or it was just like stuff at the rim, and Cat was just relegated to a catch and shoot role. And the Lakers, I just don't know what to expect with LeBron. He's probably going to be good. He's really old, and a brand new head coach in JJ Redick, who we don't know anything about, who could be a weirdo. So I didn't really. Yeah, I just did the DiVincenzo assists.
Okay, I mean, not that preseason matters at all. It doesn't. But 4, 7, and 5. Anytime he played more than 9 minutes. Do you have any potential assist numbers for him? Can you get those for preseason?
I don't think they have that for the preseason.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I do. That's all. Another reason why I love the assist market is you look at the potential assists and you see a guy that had 20 potential assists and only 8 actual assists. Okay, guess what? That's going to come back the other way next time.
Yeah, that's a very good early season tool. Everybody seems to be on it. I remember people were asking, "Hey, where do you get potential assists?" When I first started writing about them.
Yeah,
and I was like, "Yeah, that's over."
Yeah, people, and it's even on props.cash now. So even those types of sites are catching on.
All right, so that's where I would say props.cash matters, like those things. But potential assist is very good.
Yeah, don't look at hit rate. Look at attempted shots. Look at potential assist. Yeah,
exactly. Because, like I said, the whole points thing is like, dude, if I know a guy is taking 20 shots a game, but he has yet to score more than 15 points. But dude, I'm in.
Yeah.
If I think he's taking 20 shots, he's an NBA basketball player. You can't be like, oh, dude, it's been 2 games and fucking sucks. You're like, dude, he's in the NBA. This is not his only 2 games he's ever played.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's actually played before.
Yeah, that's why I love talking about this stuff with you, because we think the same way. There's or I'll take a play if people are like, well, he's missed that in 2 straight games. I'm like, perfect. That makes me want to take it. That makes me like it even more. If it's a point prop, the guy shot 5 of 20 for 2 straight games, and he's a good player. Then perfect. He's going to go 17 of 20 next time.
Yeah, it's an NBA basketball player that we're saying sucks at
Yeah.
basketball. Like, I think your brain is broken if you think
Yeah.
that the guy does not suck at basketball. He's in the
And he's
NBA.
shooting.
You know what I'm saying? Unless it's Ben Simmons.
Well, he doesn't shoot. That's the thing.
Yeah. Ben Simmons is
So
a
there's
different
no.
kind of basketball player. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's difficult to back. But yeah, I don't know. I think we pretty much just figured it out. So Dante, I'm taking 2 bench players. You're taking a starting point guard and then a backup point guard. What could go wrong there?
Nothing.
But oh, what about threes for Dante? Do we know? I'm gonna pull them up, but I'm gonna pull up the alts.
So I didn't look at threes. All I know is that market got nuked. Someone took him, got him for plus money over 2.5, and now it's mostly minus. With I don't know what book that is, but there's one plus 100 out there.
I think it's FanDuel that I saw.
Oh, okay. I mean, at least it's a red.
No,
Like
minus 102. I don't know. I'm staying away from the 3+3s. I think he dropped some dimes.
Yeah, I agree.
And the only thing I don't like is he's yelling at Tibbs saying I can't finish and stuff like that. And you're like, oh, dude, I hope you don't just like attack the rim every time. Like,
yeah, I heard the rumor, and I mean, who knows if this is true, but that he, like the whole Nova Knicks thing, he didn't necessarily love because his role was just to catch and shoot. Like he wanted to do more. He wanted to prove that he could do more on the basketball court aside from catch and shoot. So my hope is that it's like he's gonna be like, see, I can run some point guard. I can dime some people up.
Drop it off to Naz Reid or
Gobert.
Alexander Walker. He'll be around, right? Jacking up threes with Dante.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, I would love to see a couple lobs. Like I said, we need 4 assists, dude. How hard is that? Like, really, like seriously, like how hard is that? Is that hard?
4. It's 8 points, as you said.
It feels like it's not that hard.
No.
I mean, I don't understand like why that would be plus money for a point guard. Actually, 2 on FanDuel. This is a little old school trick I learned in the Army. What you do is you go to 4+ assists instead of over 3.5. It's plus 130.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yep. They sometimes do that.
The plus 128. So yeah, just for that's for the old school vets out there. They've been doing
all that stuff adds up.
Yep. Just because I mean I could not imagine not doing that.
Yeah. Why take 128 when you can get 130?
It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
I wish they didn't do that though. You know what I'm saying?
You wish it was just the same, you mean?
Yeah. Like,
well, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Like you could fix that to where it doesn't do that. I don't know. I just feel like people are getting ripped off.
Yeah.
All right, man. That's all I got. There's only 2 games. Tomorrow we have a lot, which is our first full slate, which is awesome because I don't know, full slates in basketball are just awesome.
Yeah.
Friday is what's gonna suck though because we don't have a show. Friday is my favorite day during basketball and baseball season, just because there's a whole slate. It just feels good. You know what I mean? It's Friday. You got a whole slate of games. There's nothing I like better than having like a bunch of like, you know what I'm saying, like props. Do you know what I'm saying, for that night? A bunch of bets in my pocket just waiting to start. You know what I mean? So I can't wait, man. But Wednesday will be our Friday. How about that?
There we go. Wednesday's a new Friday.
Yep. Just because, I mean, generally you're going to get a full slate on that day. But, man, yeah, I can't wait. Good luck tonight. Good luck to everybody listening and watching. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple, please give us like 5 stars or thumbs up, likes, whatever you can do. Just give us whatever you can give us. We need it. We're trying to fight that algorithm. We're doing the best we can, but we don't really know how to fight algorithms because we can't really see them. So I'm just thinking we throw some likes and throw some subscriptions at it and see what happens. But I feel like that could work.
Yeah, it could work.
Yeah. I'll be back at 3:00 today for the Odds Jam stream where we go through the tools at Odds Jam, try and find some bangers. Hopefully we find some for tonight. And then what else? What are you doing for the rest of the day?
Rest of the day, I already got everything done for tonight. So rest of today, I'm looking in for Wednesday. That's what I'm going to be doing the rest of today.
Smart.
I'm diving into tomorrow.
I like it. Sometimes you got to start on tomorrow today.
Exactly.
That's why I usually, that's my trick the night before. Like, so I'll watch the basketball games while I'm kind of looking for shit the next day.
Yeah. Always got to be prepared.
Yep. All right, man. No, and then just to see the Underdog Twitter account tweet out that the guy that, the best greatest player of all time is now he's out, then all your research means nothing now.
Yeah,
that's NBA season, dude. That won't happen tonight or tomorrow.
Those injury reports, nothing's more important.
Will be very soon that all the stuff that you did the night before now means nothing. But I'm a silver lining guy, and what you can do is if you know what you need to know, you should be able to pivot quicker than anyone else when you see that. You know what I'm saying? So there is that. But all right, we'll leave you. We'll see you tomorrow. I cannot wait, and happy NBA season. Thanks, guys.